Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah, I'd like a hot dog all the way, please.
Coming up. Here you go.
Thank you. Ew. What is this?
That's a corn-based hot dog flavored tube-shaped thing. It's almost good. That'll be $4.50.
You know what? No thanks.
If almost good enough isn't good enough for you, why would it be good enough for your pet? Add kennel kelp to your furry friend's diet. Sprinkled on your pet's food, kennel kelp helps with arthritis pain and stiff joints. It can also reduce shedding, fill in missing areas, and improve their looks. Healthy pets show even more energy and have better attitudes. See results in 4 to 8 weeks. The good news is, kennel kelp isn't just for pets. It's good for you, too. Sprinkle it on your cereal, or use it instead of table salt when seasoning your food. Kennel kelp is the holistic care solution for pets and their people. Safe for dogs, cats, birds, cows, chickens, reptiles, almost anything that walks, flies, or slithers. It's a holistic health solution for humans, too. To learn about their many products, visit kennelkelp.com. Get Kennel Kelp for a happier, healthier life.
Hello, yes, and good morning, and welcome once again to the BH Sales Kennel Kelp Holistic Healthcare Show. And I'm your host, Bill. And good Saturday morning, June the 24th. And in today's show, I'm going to follow up from yesterday's show, talking about not only my new CBDs that I talked about in yesterday's show and over the weekend with the big sale, but also how I suggest my Tourmaline water to create, actually adding the CBDs to this one-of-a-kind Tourmaline gem water here in Maine. Recently awarded two international awards for taste and design in the recent May competitions in Ecuador. You can read all about that with a direct link over to Tourmaline Spring. I would suggest highly to check out the histrionics. I've talked many, many times over the years about Summit Spring, Tourmaline Spring, one and the same. How I suggest it when I use my sacred clay water and my Sea Miracle 7 sea vegetables. And I talked about how all of these put together in a cocktail and using this water as a vessel. The CBD oil serves multiple purposes. I want to talk about a couple of chronic pain issues I highlighted yesterday. My own chronic pain affliction is arthritis, so CBD oil for arthritis. Many studies have shown that CBD can be an effective therapeutic aid for pain, and that is associated with arthritis. And generally, CBD has strong anti-inflammatory properties, and studies have suggested that it can be used to reduce the inflammation and pain that is associated with different types of arthritis. Arthritis is a chronic or acute inflammation of joints and is usually accompanied by structural changes and pain. And there are many causes of arthritis, including autoimmune deficiencies, crystal deposition and injury, or infection. Any type of arthritis is usually characterized by swelling and pain, and depending on the affected joint or parts of your body, arthritis can cause severe or moderate debilitation. Nevertheless, CBD has been proven effective in regulating cells and chemicals that may help in regulating how the autoimmune system responds to injury, as well as subsequent tissue and bone degradation. Talked a lot about that in yesterday's show and how it's applicable for animals and humans as well. And with the rapid increase by using any water, but this highly suggested one-of-a-kind Tourmaline spring water with all the gemology and so forth, you're getting double the nutrient value, and it goes immediately to the to the cellular level, especially when introducing nanoparticles, using this as a vessel for introduction into your body. When you infuse the water directly, Tourmaline Sacred Living CBD water induces the overall sense of relaxation and calmness in and of itself just by drinking the water alone. But with the influx of the CBD products, even more so. And with this rapid increase quickly introduced into your body, it goes right to the cellular level, especially when you use the C Miracle 7 and the C7 technology that I've talked about before. You can look over to my website. That plays right to the scale of nanoparticle, which encompasses all of the subject matter. So as a newer product to the cannabinoid market, you'll find that through the direct link that's in the description of my today's show, and I talked about yesterday how I incorporated and created a dedicated website just for the CBDs. So, water, putting the CBDs, in my case, in my suggestion, and I have many clients that use this water. I'll talk more about that. CBD water is simply put an infusion of water and CBD by combining the two. Although defining CBD products in and of itself is simple, and how it is made is what people find interesting, but to break it down for those that are interested in the science behind it, I talked about this yesterday. Not only is it a refreshing thirst quencher, it just got awarded that for taste alone. Go to their parent website. You can see the proud moniker of the award that they just got in Ecuador as well, Tourmaline water. This perfectly balanced 7.4 pH water is based on quantum physics naturally, but we know, when I talked about the degree of scalar energy in Tesla, and you can look up that on the World Wide Web in general, but do check out the C7 technology page at my own website. And I talked a lot in a couple of back shows how we're really going to I have some business partners and associates in California and so forth. And there's some big things on the horizon with the national distributorship of Movida oils, which I talked about yesterday. Now being the U.S. distributor for the C Miracle 7 and the C7 technology. And look at the pictures in today's descriptions of this show, and you'll see all about the CBDs that I've been talking about over the weekend, and the links over to my website and my blog, which the big sale is going on through the weekend. So why should you drink cannabinoid water? People consume medicinal CBDs in a wide variety of forms, which I also talked about yesterday, be it cannabis dispensaries in the way of CBD gummies or capsules or vape drips or pen devices or topical creams and salves, and of course CBD oil. However, a percentage of the CBD that is consumed in some of these forms is lost along the way. In some cases, especially with some of the more inexpensively made products, that's what you want to be in tune to. Unique to this CBDs that I'm bringing on, they're all manufactured in a GMP facility. I'll get more into that tomorrow, more about the CBDs and the manufacturing and the differentiation derived directly from cannabis and derived from hemp, and there's also a non-CBD creams and so forth featured at the same website, so do check out that link. But CBD that is consumed in most of the pre-mixed waters with CBD-infused water right in the bottle. And I made a point yesterday, in my own humble opinion, when you control it yourself, you're making sure of the proper dosage and balance and all of that. I'll get more into that tomorrow as well, but the CBD particles that have already undergone the quantum physics process that I alluded to earlier, and you can check it all out at my website under this C7 technology, and we'll go to the PhD.com direct site, and there's plenty of thermal energy exposés and PDFs and information there at the parent website as well. To the C7 technology, the nano and pico, especially the pico part with Dr. Lee and Greg Palm, which I've talked about, and check out the videos on that page. They already have trials into the City of Hope in Los Angeles for that energy to be about 6 to 8 months out, and we're hoping for some good things. The first trials are specifically for cancer research, to be followed by diabetes and so on and so forth. I'll keep everyone abreast of that here. But CBD that is consumed, can be, most CBDs out there can be lost because of the poor bioavailability. That's one of the highlights of the CBDs that I offer at this dedicated website, with the links in today's show over at my blog and website as well. But pure CBD water, on the other hand, contains CBDR particles. For instance, if you were to use the Tourmaline water and you use the CBDs and add them together, the CBD particles that have already undergone that quantum physics process, like I talked about, creating those nanoparticles that it actually improves retention and maximum use by the body. So with the gemology of the Tourmaline water itself, where that induces calmness and relaxation just by imbibing the water, and it's the best water for your body as well, you're really getting nutrients introduced right to the cellular level, especially with the PICO technology that's availed through the C Miracle 7 118 nutrients and the C7 technology PhD chip. Again, check those out over at my website. Getting back to my own arthritis and the benefits of the infused water, if you will, using CBD water means that the water, any user, myself, when I use it myself, receives a healthy dose of beneficial and useful CBD and water. CBD is a non-psychoactive cannabinoid, so I always, for those that aren't familiar with that, you will not get high off of this product. That's a cannabis THC. I'll talk more about that, and it's all clearly defined as well. But I referenced a lot of studies, and I'll have some links here and over at the website. But CBD has been shown in many studies to alleviate symptoms that are associated, as I say, with arthritis, CBDs for inflammation, CBD for muscle pain, CBD for nausea, CBD for anxiety and other ailments and depression. I talked about PTSD in yesterday's show. And my veterans discount program on all my products, you can check out yesterday's Blog Talk show pertinent to that. But CBD water is also been used as a valuable resource for the therapeutic aid of epilepsy, cancer, PTSD, multiple sclerosis, and opiate addiction. I also talked yesterday, lots of my clients in my client base are medical marijuana users. Some are high proponents of it. Some, especially those that may suffer PTSD, THC contact gets them even more depressed and it increases their anxiety. So they're prime candidates for CBD oil, cannabis-derived and or hemp-derived. And I talked about that yesterday. So with the comfort and ease of the CBD water, it can put the body of the user into the overall sense of relaxation and calm. And the CBD water, I use it for my exercise program. I'll talk more about my exercise program for geriatrics next week. But in new studies, muscle discomfort and pain that's been associated, obviously with a workout. And check out my show from 2 shows ago talking about Al Morrington and Mavita oils. I'll be having Al on the show talking specifically about workout reliefs and some upcoming shows that we're trying to get together after the 4th of July. Stay tuned for those, and I'll have Greg Palm and Dr. Lee when all of our busy schedules can get us going after the 4th when we launch this big campaign of the U.S. distributorship for the C7 technology, as well as the C Miracle 7 and my facet in not only being an ambassador and a client of those products, but also helping them out here east of the Mississippi and overall. And but the introduction of my new CBD products, as I said in yesterday's show as well, I have a full entourage of products now that makes me a full high efficacy, competitively priced holistic healthcare apothecary for both humans and animals. So CBD living water, when you use it for exercise, as I said, you can recover quickly. You'll see reductions in inflammation, muscle spasms, joint pain, muscle and overall fatigue, any nausea and pain that you may have if you overexerted yourself, especially in weightlifting, if you lift heavy weights or whatever. I'll talk more about that as well. CBD product can all be reviewed at my dedicated website, and the CBD water reviews can be all reviewed at Tourmaline Spring. You can order direct from Tourmaline Spring to your discretion. That's all applicable and makes you eligible for my BA Sales 5025 virtual voucher program. Read about that over at my website. If you place an order direct with them, just retain the particulars and get those back to me with your invoice number and what have you. And you can use my BH Sales virtual vouchers at any time, and or you can order direct from me, and it's all clearly defined on my bulk pallet system over at my website. But basically what I'm doing there is BH Sales Summit Springs, which is the source of Sacred Living water, the Tourmaline water, when you check it out at the Tourmaline website. The integrity, the purity, and the integrity that the water sets the tone for the rest of that company, Tourmaline Water. And if the water is a flawless diamond, everything else in the part of the platform ring setting, check that out at their website. Mother Nature herself does all of its filtering to a degree and complexity that no man-made machines could possibly duplicate. There's a very good depictive, transparent, right from the source video. It literally comes right from the ground, bubbles up. They only bottle the excess. It goes right through a stainless steel pipe directly into the bottle. You can read all about that. But they're very people, planet, and product-oriented, the company. And what I'm doing is they are the only spring where basically Mother Earth self-sustains itself, which it has over 10,000 years. There at the spring, and you can read all about that at the website as well. And we only take the water that bubbles out of the ground and then the gravity feed into our recycled and biodegradable bottles. And we are the only gravity-fed bottled water company that we know of. And again, you can see that depicted video over at the parent website. Profit is least in the line of suggestion. By smartly turning a profit, we will open up doors while representing the exemplary model of what the bottled water industry has the potential to look like, feel like, and taste like. Complete transparency imparted there and at BH Sales. We have nothing to hide. We are the only bottled spring water company who will show you our source, which we do directly from the video at the parent website. And it bubbles out of the ground the way that it has for 10,000 plus years. I get in depth about how it's actually preserved and it's documented that there's no radioisotopes and so forth. It is a family-owned business. And I incorporate my own family multiple case lot plans depicted over at my website. I need just a handful more cornerstone socially conscious folks to take note of this gem. And I offer it in bulk by 25 case lots and or 50 case pallet lots. And you can check out my archival shows if you have 5, 6, 7 members in your family. Same premise with my CBD at my dedicated website. You can read all about the products in and of themselves, but there's a residual marketing plan that's availed the opportunity to you should you want to exercise the opportunity, come on board and you get your own free website and so on and so forth. No pressure, very low-key, very easy, very straightforward, very healthy. And you can order the water direct or through myself, but as I get those cornerstone individuals, there's incentives to do that. And I show you ways that the water can break all the way down per liter bottles to less than $1.50 and so on and so forth. If it gets to that degree of discussion, do contact me in regard to that, and do check out that water via my own website or at Tourmaline Springs direct. TourmalineSprings.com. Tourmaline Springs is a member of the Fine Water Society founded by Michael Marsha, which is depicted at the parent website. Fine Waters represents the fine water category, educating the consumers in the media about water, not just being water, and what distincts and makes this a very unique, one-of-a-kind, actual phenomenon. And I'm going to let you listen to a little expose about planet water themselves right now.
Everybody to another episode of the Planet House podcast, the HNO podcast. Welcome to 2018, everybody. Welcome back, guys. And New Year. And here we go. Our very special guest, what we have today, Monsieur Chris Tourmaline from Germany.
Don't say Monsieur. Monsieur French.
He's German, so everybody can tell. And I said this in the beginning.
Okay, that was just an introduction. That video is available also at the parent website from the Fine Waters. I just wanted to show you the real voice to the real application of what I allow here. So you can check that all out at the parent website as well. So I also talked about my palette program for the water and the Tourmaline Spring Sacred Living Spring Water from Maine. As I said, was at the Fine Waters International Water Tasting Competition in Ecuador this past May, and they were indeed awarded 2 awards, Best Taste and Best Design. So we're very proud of that, and that definitely is a good thing to put into their hat in the way of accolades.
This earthly treasure, Tourmaline spring water, is without question one of the naturally purest waters to be found anywhere on the planet. Bubbling up through over 1,000 feet of silt, rock, precious gems, and crystals, it pours forth directly from a geologic phenomenon, a high-elevation spring located in the northern Appalachian Mountains of Maine. Not only does our source hold the state of Maine premium grade designation, we are also the only commercially available water in Maine's history to be given exemption from treatment status. This is because the purity levels of our spring exceed all state and federal guidelines for drinking water out of the ground. Our spring water is gravity fed a mere 50 feet to the bottom of the coast, touching only stainless steel until it reaches our biodegradable bottle. Despite the massive output of our spring, we have what may be the lowest carbon footprint of any bottled water on the planet. It's the crown jewel of spring water. Nothing else even comes close. Tourmaline Spring of Maine.
Okay, so Tourmaline water, that should get you off and running, and information and how to get over to the parent website and so forth. Getting back to cannabis oils. Cannabis oils. CBD is just one of over 85 cannabinoids that have been identified in the cannabis plant. CBD is becoming increasingly popular amongst the masses for having a wide scope of benefits due to clinical reports and test data showing little to no side effects and a lack of psychoactivity, again, which is typically associated with marijuana products because of THC in some instances. In future shows, I'll talk about the advantages of cannabis medical with high THC, depending on your affliction, and if you don't have a high onset of depression and anxiety already. There is great usage for medical marijuana, and talked about that as well. I have many in my client entourage that are medical marijuana users with great results and don't experience the psychoactivity. So we give you the blend of both, the option of both, and hemp-derived as well as cannabis-derived. Talk more about that. The endocannabinoid system, CBD, or cannabinoids, is the main active compound in hemp, and unlike THC, it is not psychoactive, so it doesn't make people high. And inside the body, there's something called the endocannabinoid system, with receptors spread throughout the brain and the body. When these receptors are activated, they enable a two-way communication between body systems, something previously thought to be impossible. So you can check that all out at my BH Sales website, and the link for the CBDs referenced here in the show, and over at my kennelkelp.com website. Don't forget to check out the Primal Life Organic sale. I talked about Trina Felber, world-famed skincare specialist, Dirty Beauty Secrets author, worldwide bestseller. I'm mentioned in the book. BH Sales, talked about that many times. Proud of that long-standing relationship with Trina and her products. Big sale over there. Coincides with good, healthy skin care, which goes with these CBDs, with the skin being the largest organ of the body. With all of my products, with the sacred clay, the kennel kelps, the liquid kelps, we literally can cover the body inside and out to include humans, pets, and plants. 10 seconds left. Have a great day, and always remember that BA Sales promotes good health in all animals and humans. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.